CrackBabyWahid, Gervonta Tank Davis, he's back. Gotta pay the lawyer fees. Them Jewish lawyers is expensive, let me tell you. Gotta pay the lawyer fees. Finally. Hold up. Why is my shit not locking, son? Oh, because it's not closed. There you go. Keep them doors locked. Never trust these illegals. Let me tell you. We're gonna get into it. The return of CrackBabyWahid, Gervonta Davis. He got the call by Al Heyman. Al Heyman called him up. He said, please, little crack baby. Please, little crack baby, you gotta come back. PBC is hanging on by a ponytail. PBC is hanging on by a thin little hair on Thurman's head. PBC has like 2-3 fights a year. Man, you know I'm PBC for life. I'm like PBC till the wheels fall off. But DAZN finally stole their biggest star, Deontay Wilder. Did they steal David Benavidez? The Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde fight that was a couple months ago. Was that on DAZN? Is the David Benavidez versus Gervonta Ramirez on PBC or on DAZN? I'm not too sure, but PBC is hanging on by a thin little ponytail. Is hanging on by one of those little hairs in the back of Thurman's head. PBC, damn, the downfall of PBC. You know I love me some PBC, but I gotta keep it G. These niggas is not doing right. And one of the reasons why they're not doing right is because CrackBabyWahid only fights like once a year. And his other 3 or 4 fights per year are against bitches. Al Heyman called them up. He's like, yo, Crack Baby, you don't make any paydays. I can't get my 10% when you fight bitches. You need to get back in the ring and fight men. Yo, I love me some CrackBabyWahid videos. But you know the slogan. Before we get into that, you know the slogan. Good morning, America. Start your day with Christ. Start your day right. Don't end up circling a box like a dummy. Stay focused and lock the doors, son. On a quiet street in the middle of Brooklyn, it don't really matter where you at. You better stay focused, son. Button up, done. Make sure you always button up that last button. Do not get George Floyded up in these streets. Button up, done. All right. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes of the video. Now, we're gonna get to CrackBabyWahid in a minute. We're gonna get to CrackBabyWahid. Gervonta CrackBabyWahid. I like saying that shit. Al Heyman said, I'm not playing no more games with you, little baby, little crack baby. You gotta get back in there. You're still under contract. Look, I gotta bring back Floyd Mayweather against Pacquiao to save PBC. That's the only reason you're getting that Mayweather. That shit was in 2015. It's 2026. It's 11 years later. These niggas is like 50 years old. The only reason you're getting Mayweather versus Pacquiao, part 2, the rematch in Vegas, September 19th, is because PBC is hanging on by a thin thread. Al Heyman gotta pay his mortgage. These 1 or 2, 3 fights, getting only 10%. 3 fights, 3 pay-per-views a year do not cut it. You know what I mean? You will never be getting Mayweather and Pacquiao 11 years later, 50 years old. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for Al Heyman, it was like, yo, please, Mayweather, I need that 10%. My shit about to get foreclosed. PBC is hanging on by a thread. And then the next day, he called up Gervonta. He's like, yo, crybaby, I ain't playing no more games with you, boy. I need you back in the ring. I don't get paid for you fighting women. You need to fight men. So, it seems like Gervonta CrackBabyWahid, he got to pay the lawyer fees. He got like 4 or 5 cases. You know what I mean? They're about to throw the book at this little crack baby. Throw him in the clink for like fucking 5 years. This is like, how many offenses does this guy have? Running over a family, beat up the last bitch, beat the bitch up before that. Now the new bitch is being up. Bro, you know what I mean? This nigga's a menace to society. This little 5 foot tall, little big headed basketball head nigga. You know what I mean? So, them lawyer fees is expensive. PBC is putting pressure on him. And he said, no more pies. Because, you know, he said, all right, Al Heyman, all right, find me a Mexican, find me a pie. Lamont Legend Roach, chill. He said, chill, Lamont Legend Roach. Outboxed me. He outboxed me. He dropped me. I had too much grease in my head. Al Heyman said, no more pies. No. We're not getting you no more pies. No more undersized. No more little undersized Mexicans from the barrio. He said, no. I need some money, nigga. And we need to put on a real fight. You know what I'm saying? You could fight Lamont the Legend Roach in a rematch, or you could fight Isaac Pitbull Cruz in a rematch. And he said, no, Lamont. No, I can't take them skills. He Mayweather them. I can't take those skills. He's like, I'll take the Pitbull Cruz. So, you got Gervonta CrackBabyWahid Davis versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz. It's going down this summer. I don't know if it's going to be in July or August, but one of those 2 months, they're setting it up. Now, before we get into that, we're also going to talk about RollyRomero. He came to Christ. Shout out to RollyRomero. He found peace in Christ. Shout out to Ryan Garcia. You know, I don't like no fake Mexican Ken doll. Ryan Garcia, the fake Mexican from the hills. That's a white boy. He don't look nothing like his daddy. He don't look nothing like his mama. He looked more like Oscar de la Hoya, as a matter of fact. But he came to Christ. So, you know what I mean? Ryan Garcia is a brother in Christ now. So I got to support him. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis. The businessman, the future of boxing is Keyshawn Davis. Not immediately, but in the next 2 years, I'm telling you, Keyshawn Davis, I said it years ago, even before he came to Christ. You know what I'm saying? But now, in Christ, he's definitely the future of boxing. Let me tell you, his style, his personality. Keyshawn Davis is the future of boxing. And he's got the height to go up to 147. He will be the future unified, undisputed, undefeated welterweight champion. Will be Keyshawn Davis. You heard it here first. RollyRomero versus DevinHaney. That's in the works as well. But before we talk more about that, I mean, you know, we gotta give you a little. It's kind of cold in here, man. We gotta give you a little bonus. We need a bonus. We need a little bonus. We need a remix. Is what we need. We need a remix. Hold up, I'm not a robot, son. I need a little break sometimes. You know what I mean? I can't just talk. You know what I mean? Like in 20 seconds, your ADHD is like kicking in. Relax. This is not AI slop. This is not some dude in a basement like boring ass boxing ego. You know what I mean? And all these other boxing channels. It's just some old ass man in a fucking basement with a desk, with a microphone in their fucking mouth, in their face looking all fucking weird. You can't even see their shit half the time, just talking nonsense. No. There ain't no green screen over here. There is no AI slop. There's no script. There's no computer. You know what I mean? There's no sources. It's just, my shit is just freestyled. You know what I mean? These are real videos. But I'm not a robot. I can't just speak. I don't got a script. Hold up. I do have some notes, though. I do have some notes. But, you know what I mean? My notes is like mad tiny. You know what I'm saying? But I don't got no script, so sometimes I need a little break. Sometimes I gotta smoke a bogey. You know what I mean? Relax. We're going to talk about RollyRomero, DevinHaney, Gervonta Tank Davis, Pitbull Cruz. This might just be the end of Gervonta CrackBabyWahid's career. Let me tell you, this might be the end. This man has been mad inactive. You saw what happened last time. Got his shit whooped by Lamont the Legend Roach. Outschooled, dropped. Grease was flying all over his head. His power? Where is his power? Because he was catching Lamont the Legend Roach, who's a 130 pounder. He's not even like a big dude coming down. He's like a small guy coming up. You know what I'm saying? And I saw Gervonta CrackBabyWahid Davis catching Lamont the Legend Roach. And Lamont the Legend Roach was just like, he was just Mayweather in it. He was just like, is Gervonta CrackBabyWahid's power gone? Because that shit had no effect on Lamont the Legend Roach. And as a matter of fact, even if we go back, he was catching Isaac Pitbull Cruz. That had no effect on Isaac Pitbull Cruz either. He was walking him down, beating him up, and dropped him. He got dropped in both fights, as a matter of fact, against Lamont the Legend Roach and against Pitbull Cruz. And both of them were outboxing him, outlanding him. You know, Lamont the Legend Roach in a different style, in a boxing style, controlling the middle of the ring. Pitbull Cruz in a Mexican style, walking him down, beating him up. I don't know. This might be the end of Gervonta. He's not young either. The power seems to have diminished. The power has diminished. Well, it doesn't have any effect on these two opponents. The foot speed, the boxing skills didn't work against Lamont Roach. Didn't work against Isaac Cruz. And he's like, how old is this little crack baby? This is an old little crack. He gotta be like 34, 35 by now. He's been inactive. His best wins are against dots. Against hood rats. You know what I mean? When was the last time that Gervonta CrackBabyWahid fought somebody and had a good win? Against dehydrated Ryan Garcia like 5-6 years ago? At least 5 years ago. Things are not looking good for CrackBabyWahid. Let me tell you. And going to Islam? That is definitely not going to help anybody. Hashtag no lie. I mean, think about it. When Muhammad Ali went to Islam, what happened after that? He started getting knocked out. When Mike Tyson went to Islam, what happened after that? After he came out of jail? Knocked out. That is not what you want to do as a boxer, is go to Islam. Hashtag no lie. But let me give you a little bonus. I don't want to talk about. We'll get to that later on. Right? I'm gonna make another video on Gervonta, CrackBabyWahid, and his last fight, which he's gonna catch a massive ass whooping from Pitbull. Did you see what Pitbull Cruz did to? You need to go back and watch that fight again, and then you need to go watch what he did to RollyRomero, and then you need to go see that fight against Lamont Roach was good. You know what I mean? I had it for Lamont Roach by like 1 round, maybe. But I'm not mad that they called it a draw. I'm not mad. You know what I mean? He looked real good against Lamont Roach. He looked real good against Gervonta Tank Davis. He looked real good. He knocked out, demolished RollyRomero. I was shocked in that fight. Isaac Pitbull Cruz is a beast. I'm like a major fan, let me tell you. I'm a major fan of Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Boy, he come to fight, son. That little Mexican, that little Oompa Oompa, he look like a little Oompa Oompa Inca. He look like a little Azteca Inca. He got that real Native American look and shit. He's not tiny, you know what I mean? But he's just throwing bombs from round 1. Yo, that little Oompa Oompa stamina is crazy, bro. This guy does not stop throwing punches from round 1. It's pressure. Gervonta ain't want no type of smoke. He was talking about his hand broke. I ain't trying to hear none of that dumb shit, nigga. It's always my hand broke, my grease in my head. Yo. I never liked Gervonta. Even before all these controversies with the, beating up bitches. You know, Al Heyman was like, yo, we need you back in the ring fighting men. I can't get my 10% when you beat up your wife, your girl. You know what I'm saying? How am I going to get my 10%? All you fight is bitches in the streets. We don't get paid from that. You know what I mean? Fuck. You need to get back in the ring against champions. Yo. But I never liked Gervonta. I mean, he got skills, no doubt. He got skills, he got a fun style. I'm not going to take that away from him. It's majorly diminished now. It's not the same. But when he began, fun style, good style, you know what I mean? But the second that I heard that nigga talk, I'm like, oh, this nigga a little retarded, son. And I saw his big ass head. He looked kind of like he got a little dwarfism going on. His head is like the size of a basketball with a small ass body. You know what I mean? I'm like, there's something, something's not right. I said something is not right with this little nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then I found out that he's from Baltimore, and Baltimore's like, come on now. All them Baltimore, Chicago, all them Atlanta, all them country ass niggas, is something not right, man. My nigga, something is not right. Something is not right. Early on, I'm like, something is not right here, bro. And then when he tried to play that whole like thug shit, this nigga's been in a gym since he's like a kid, you know what I mean? Yo, that's a big ass rat. That's a big ass fucking rat, my nigga. I'm not gonna take it off the stand, but that's a big ass rat. Damn, that rat is cold. That's a big, yo. He went under the car, so I'm not. But I was gonna put it on the video. But then I got, you know what I mean? I might touch something, and you know what I mean? It's a rat like this size just across the street. He's hiding behind the truck, under the truck. He better not be hiding under my truck. I'll run that little nigga over. Blah! You see like rat splattered all over the place. Yo. But let me give you a bonus. You know how my videos be. They go all over the place, but they always land somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you a little bonus. Finish off the video with something good. Give you some value. Because, I mean, talking about Gervonta and Rolly and Isaac, these things don't have no effect in your life. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you something good. Something that you could put into effect into your life. You know what I mean? Something of value. You know what I mean? These are the top 4 strategies. Just simply 4 things that anybody can do in their life to keep shit right. 4 things that anybody could do that will improve their life. Number one, you need to stay in Christ. I know. Niggas be like, oh, this nigga religious now. He trying to preach to me now. I don't be preaching. I just be, you know what I mean? I just, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta keep it G. You need some Jesus in your life. Keeping it real, no lie. And I wasn't like that before. And I understand that people might be rejected or might not like it because I used to be like you. When niggas try to talk to me about preaching and Jesus and this, I'm like, I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas give me a track, I would like put it in my pocket and then like around the corner I would throw it in the trash. You know what I'm saying? I would never read it. You know what I mean? Because I used to be like you. But I'm not like you anymore. You know what I mean? Jesus came into my life and healed me and saved me. So now I know. I don't know everything. I don't go to church. I don't read every day. You know what I mean? I'm not like a preacher boy. I'm not a choir boy. But I know that I need Jesus in my life every day. And you need to start your day right. You know what I mean? With some Jesus. You know, start your day right. Start your day, you know, in Christ. You know the slogan. So number one is you need to start your day with Christ. With a song, with reading, with a video, a podcast, something. Make it simple for you so that you can do it every day with persistent, consistent repetition. You know what I mean? You eat every day, right? You shower every day, right? Well, you need some Christ every day. That makes perfect sense to me. Number one is start your day with Christ. Number two is you must dress nice. Like you're going to church. Every day, 7 days, 365. This is not a part-time. No. This is not a part-time, my nigga. You need to dress nice, presentable, all day, every day, like a Mormon. Like a church boy. You know what I mean? This will get your money right, keep your money right, keep your health right, keep the pigs away from your life. You know what I'm saying? Keep the police from harassing you and bothering you, from judging you. You know what I mean? The world will judge you according to how you look. It is first impressions. You know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't make this world. I'm just trying to win. I didn't make this world. I'm not trying to judge nobody, but I'm just trying to win. And it's common sense. When you look nice, the world will treat you with respect. When you look like a rapper, you're not a rapper. You know what I mean? When you look like a rapper, you better have some security. You better have millions of dollars for fucking court cases. The world is going to bring you problems. You know what I'm saying? I don't want those problems to come into my life. Keep them over there. You know what I mean? And just put on the collared shirt and button that shit up all the way. Every single day. It's not even that expensive. And it's simple. Because now you have like a uniform. You don't need to be matching and the fit and this. And it's cheap too. You know, people might think that looking nice is expensive. It's not expensive. Well, the jacket, the Valentino, you know what I mean? If you buy it brand new, it's like over $1,000, the Valentino. But I didn't buy it brand new. You know what I mean? I got that shit used at a flea market for like $20. Oh, like Valentino? Give me that. You know what I'm saying? But the Valentino, that brand Valentino, that shit is like more expensive than the Versace. More expensive. You could go to the Valentino website. Every fucking jacket is like $1,200, $1,500, $2,000. That jacket right there is like $1,000. Number 3 is always carry cash, my nigga. Always carry cash. I know. You want the app. You want the credit card, the debit card. You have been brainwashed into this new matrix society. Leave the matrix society for the dummies. You carry cash. There's no problem having a credit card in case you got to rent a car. A debit card in case they don't take cash. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you want to pay for most things with a credit card. You know, every time I go to like the deli or a restaurant and I see some dummy paying for breakfast with a card, and so many times I'll be in Walmart or anywhere and the card gets rejected and that person is humiliated. They gotta leave all their groceries right there because they don't have no type of cash in their pocket. My nigga, I'm like just be thinking like, why is you buying tomatoes and hot dogs and bread with a credit card? You know what I mean? And why don't you have any cash as backup? These are completely brainwashed, broke dummies that have been completely swirled up by the Matrix. Do not let that happen to you. Always, always carry cash. You know what I'm saying? And you want to carry at least $500. And plus, it keeps your money on your mind and your mind on your money. You know what I mean? It's something that you do persistently, consistently, repetition all day, every day. Once you have that knot in your pocket all day, you be thinking about your money. You be thinking about your business. You be thinking about your career. All day, 7 days, 365. There is no weekends and holidays. You know what I'm saying? It makes you focused as well. It makes you focus. It makes you, you know what I mean, dress nice. You start getting some discipline up in your life. So number 3 is carry cash. Number 4 is an obvious that a lot of retarded niggas don't know. No drinking. No drinking. Not on New Year's, not at the barbecue, not at the wedding. No drinking. You know what I mean? I'm not a saint. I smoke. But I don't smoke weed. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do any type of drugs whatsoever. Don't smoke either. You know what I'm saying? Eventually I gotta cut this off. You know what I'm saying? But, you know. No drinking. Not 1 beer, not 2 beers, not 1 shot. Oh, it's just 1 beer. It's just 1 shot to fit in. No. Leave the dummies in the Matrix out there. Let them drink. You go somewhere, you go to a bar to meet a business thing or something or some, you know what I mean? You got to go to your, you know what I mean, a barbecue for your family or something. Get the water, get the Coca-Cola. Nah, my man, I'm good. Nah, my man, I'm good. Do not put your life at risk. 1 beer can ruin your life. You can lose your license over 1 beer. It's not even about your license. This shit is not. Drinking alcohol will bring nothing good into your life. And that shit is like baby mamas. 0 exceptions. No exceptions to the rule. You must ban that shit from your life. Let me tell you. That's why you need Christ. Because when you have Christ, when you start your day with Christ, start your day right, when you dress nice, and when you carry cash, you see how all these things add up. You'd be like, I'm definitely not drinking. That shit doesn't even cross your mind. You're like, that's the devil. Chill. So these are 4 things that anybody could do to improve their life. Start their day with Christ. Dress nice. Carry cash. And no drinking. And that's your video. Please subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and share. Thank you.